Well, good evening, everybody. It is Susan Kennedy here, broadcasting to you today from the Gold Coast in Australia. Had a couple of really frustrating weeks myself with internet connections. So hopefully today's show runs smoothly. And if it doesn't, you know what? It's just a bit like life, and we have to find different ways to deal with things. So that's what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I've been scratching my head and trying to work things out and saying, how can I improve my connection? So new computer, new Skype, got my phone there as the internet connection today till I get the other one sorted. So I guess what it tells me is we just have to look at different ways that we can do things. And right now, I know the energy, the show's all about living and loving life, and I will be taking a couple of callers soon for readings. But what I'm noticing at the moment, we had the full moon last week. Wow, what an energy that was. It was the fiery eclipse in Leo. So lots of energy around people, lots of emotions, lots of old anger coming up. And I guess the thing to remember is that we are here living this physical life. We're a spirit on the earth, here to live, here to find happiness, here to find love. And one of the things we have to deal with is our emotions, and we also have to be able to deal with the cycles of life. And everything is in a constant state of change and flow. So I would ask you to think about, where are you in the cycle of life right now? Are you in that cycle where things are not going how you'd like them to? Are you in that sort of cycle of rebuilding your life? Because wherever you're at, wherever you are, something is going to lead to something else. So it's just always understanding that everything will pass, and that your job really is just to remain present and to be in the current moment so that you can be in your body, so that you can make the most of every situation. And you can just look for ways to find those little gems of happiness in life. I know that at the moment there is a lot of upheaval energetically in the world. And I know that there are a lot of things going on. I know over there in California, you have this incredible situation with the water and the dam. So there's a lot of things going on at the moment. And the main thing for us to remember is that the only person we can deal with is ourselves. So how can we be more happy? How can we be, more in our body? How can we enjoy this day? And you do it really just simple ways, just making a decision, recognizing that your body is always looking to find spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional balance. And the earth does that. The earth does that through the crazy weather we're having at the moment. Over here in Australia, we've had incredibly hot, humid weather. And honestly, I don't think I've had a decent night's sleep for 3 months. Wears you down, it brings up all of your stuff, and then you're constantly having to look at yourself. I know my fellow mediums over there in America, my friend Sheila Clark over there in New Jersey, she messaged me recently and said, they're being snowed in. I know my sister over in the UK, same thing, lots of really weird weather. It's the extremes. We're at that time of the year where there are real extremes. So our job as human beings is to find balance within ourselves. And today's readings, not sure what's going to come, but it'll be all about how you can find balance and how we can bring some more joy into the world. So let's take the first caller, Reva in Wellington, New Zealand. Great to get some people from this hemisphere. Reva, how can I help you?
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
How can I help you?
I was just seeing if I could have a sort of a overview reading. I've just got a couple of work issues that are happening, and I'm just sort of after some direction on which way I need to go with this.
Sure. Okay, so my feeling is with you, Reva, that you are really ready to get going with something, and again, not sure of which direction. And it's almost as though I feel like there's something you're keeping back, whether it's how I'm seeing it in my mind. It's as though I've got some knowledge that I'm not bringing forward and I never understand fully what I'm seeing, but it's as though I haven't given the full information over to the people. So are you in the process of applying for another job?
I'm in the I'm in the process of becoming redundant.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sense of what I was seeing, because
you were probably seeing that I'm looking at getting started with study, so that's what my plans are once I finish.
That feels right then, because it's like I had a book behind my back, and it was though I'm saying, okay, I'm not really sure about this situation, and what I see for you, because I always draw cards before the reading, and I see what comes through in my mind, and I always know who they're for. So I know for you at the moment, it's as though you know that your guidance is right. It's like, okay, I've got this new vision. I know what I want to be doing. Ultimately, I feel like you want to be working either in health or wellness or something like that, because that's how I'm seeing it in my mind. So the study for that feels right. Did that sound right, what I just said?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and at the moment, it's as though I know that everything's there, but I'm afraid, because I'm not sure, will I be able to survive? Well, how will things go? And I feel like you're really about to reconnect with your power. There is about to be a very sudden change for you. And I know that the big thing is, I feel that where you were working anyway was quite stressful. So I know that this change is going to be really, really, really good for you. And there's a part of you that's afraid that if you stop to study, that maybe you won't get where you want to go, because you thrive on stress. You're that sort of person that even though, so you know what I'm talking about, don't you? But this new knowledge... Sorry. This new knowledge that's come is really going to help you. Your study is going to be really, really good. I don't know if you can... People will come back to the video later, and I'm absolutely pouring with sweat here because it's so hot. If I have the air conditioning on, it just makes too much noise. But anyway, what I'm seeing anyway for you is it's just a time of you really reconnecting to your power. What's your date of birth, Reva?
The 8th of January, 1980.
Okay. So it's 10, 18, 19, 27, 8, 9 plus 1. So you are, universally we're in a 1 year, and you're in a 1 year as well. And honestly for you, it's just strength, it's kicking goals, it's having fun as well, because I feel for you part of what you've let go of is the having fun side of things. And I know that this is going
definitely.
So this is going to be a really big year for you. Part of your life lessons are about finding balance in all things, and about really trusting yourself and doing it your way. And I know that the fun part is huge. It's like you're a bit of a practical joker in lots of ways as well. And I really know that you're going to have a fabulous year, but know that where you are at the moment, it's interesting because with the cards for the present, if you come back later and watch the video, it's the nothingness card. But what it is you're just sitting in things at the moment. You're in that transition. So in that transition, all of the fears come. Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel too.
Yeah, well,
and a void.
The void, sorry, the void, I thought you were going to say something else, sorry. And the other thing is, that you're really about to connect to your real source of power. This is about you really, but I feel the power has to come with physical movement with you as well. It's the playing, it's the actually getting your physical body moving that's going to help you cope with the changes. So this feels, feels really good. Interesting, because I've got these new cards as well. They're by a fella called Chip Richards, and they're animal cards. And this one is called Timber Wolf, and it says instinct, guidance, belonging, and order. And what I see for you, it's just this incredible determination. So I know that you are very determined, and that this is going to be a time where you really find what you are about. So you are how old now?
36.
36, yeah. So lots and lots of time for you. You must have young children as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that, there's lots of frustration and concern. Do you have a young son? Do you have a son?
Yes.
Yeah, because it feels as though it doesn't. Sorry?
I'm sorry. I was going to say if the feeling of frustration is around him, then yes.
Yeah, because what I'm sensing is he finds it very difficult to concentrate on things.
Yeah, that's definitely right.
Yeah, because and so what I know is that in a way he just needs to find his physical balance as well. So I feel that the more settled you are, the easier things will be for him. Now he needs to be involved in music as well. So if there is any opportunity to get him involved in something musical, that's going to really help stabilize his energy. Because I know that he sometimes will struggle a lot with his moods as well. And I know that music is going to be very strong for him. How old is he, about 8 or 9?
He is 6, but my daughter's 8.
Yeah, I feel it's your son because I can virtually see him in my mind, yeah. And I know that you must be trying to change his diet a little bit too, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and so just persevere with what you're doing because you're on track, all right? You're on track. And it's just taking a little while for things to settle within him. You know, I feel there is a lot of inflammation internally. I feel there's a few food intolerances and things like that. And obviously, you know, as a mum, the less sugar he can have, the better, because, you know, it feels like these are the things for him that will really calm him down and help you as well. But my sense is it's going to really sort itself out. So it feels good. I know it's frustrating, but you know, you're doing well. That's the other thing you need to know as a mum, because you have a strong need to do everything right. And I think this is sort of taking you on the healing journey as well. Would I be right there?
Yes, it definitely has.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's as much learning about yourself, about him, about energy, about, you know, the body and all that sort of thing. But again, for you, fun, have as much as you can and have a really beautiful year. Lots of sudden transformation coming. And I know that it's going to be a year where you are a lot more creative and where you can receive a lot more as well. So just trust it's all going to be okay because it is. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Lots of love. And what's your weather like in New Zealand at the moment?
Oh, you know, usually I complain and whinge about how windy it is, but considering there's like forest fires going around the world and heat waves, I'm just going to be grateful for overcast.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, and gratitude's a great energy, so lots of love. Great to connect with you. If you haven't already, join me on my Facebook page, Susan Kennedy Medium. Love to see what's going on with you. So lots of love. Bye.
I will. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so now we've got Erica in Kansas. How are you, Erica?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you. How can I help you today?
Good. Well, I was just kind of wondering about, I've been going through a lot for already going on 2 years since me and my son's father been split up, and I kind of went downhill, and I'm trying to get back on my feet, and I have really bad depression, and so, I mean, I'm just it's kind of hard explaining.
Yeah, okay.
But just trying to figure out if I'm going to...
Yeah. What's your date of birth, Erica?
It's 3/25/1991.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just doing your numbers. So you are a very sensitive person by nature. Again, I always draw cards before the readings because I know that Spirit give me the right thing, and I knew that somebody coming was going to be suffering a little bit with depression. I do feel the most of it is behind you, though, because what I'm sensing at this time now, it's almost as though I am ready. Not so much ready to let it go, but I feel that you've had the majority of that behind you. I feel again that you're in this transition stage and you're learning a lot more about yourself. I feel there's been a lot in your life that you've had to deal with. And right now you are going through a period where it's like let go of the fight. Let go of the fight within yourself. Let go of the resistance. And really I feel like the right books are coming to you. The right things are coming to you. So you're beginning to learn a little bit more about yourself and about your own power. And I know that you haven't been able to achieve the things in your life that you've wanted to up till now, but I know that's about to change. So this year is very much a year of balance for you. It's that feeling of getting your emotional security, stability and security feel very strong this year. I know that there will be a new beginning around your work. So are you and your health? It feels more around your health, that there's going to be, much stronger energy within you. Because I feel in the past, so you can stop me any time, sorry. I tend to just talk. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know in the past, if I could offer, I feel that you haven't been able to step into your true full power as a woman, and that you've had a lot of stronger men in your life who have perhaps overtaken you. Would you recognise that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is that time now where, because none of us are here for that, in life we're all here to find how to be a soft feminine woman and bring the strong masculine energy within us forward. Mm-hmm. And I feel that you've been very much someone that's tried to please, and this year now is about you pleasing you. It's about you finding more joy in your life and letting go of any shame around things, that everybody has different things that have happened in their life, I know, as I said, it's been very hard for you, but the sense, and the cards I'm seeing, I'll just show you. Do you see it, or are you on the phone, just so I know? Are you on the video or on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
Okay. Well, later on, if you come to the website, they have these on video, so you'll be able to come back and look at your reading again. But this card that I have here, which is showing the new beginning, it's a beautiful big crystal that's coming out of the earth with a beautiful rainbow around it. And what it's saying is, yeah, it's been hard work, but the real you is coming out this year. Now, do you work?
Actually, no. I just barely moved back to... It's because I moved to Garden. I just barely moved back to Dodge. And I'm trying to kind of look for a job, but I'm having kind of a difficult time right now finding, like, a babysitter. And I have a lot of bills that I have to pay. And I actually have, like, 3 warrants out because I wasn't able to make it a core. And I'm just worried about my kids. And I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. So this is a time as well for you to... I guess in a way, look for help to get things back in order, because I know how it is over there, that if you don't pay certain things, that the consequences are much worse than what they are over here. So it's really important to communicate with the people involved so that you get things resolved, just to give yourself breathing space. And then it's about rebuilding your life brick by brick. And I feel that you will. My sense is that there needs to be other people that come in to help you as well. So is your father in spirit? Was there a man in spirit around you?
I don't know. I've been feeling a lot of...
Sorry?
I can feel him here and there, but I just don't know who.
Yeah, I just have a very strong sense of very strong energy in the spirit world around you, supporting you. So I guess it's, my sense is it's a gentleman, and he feels that he's somewhere in your family, on the father side. So I know that this is really just to let you know that you are not alone, but you have to start listening to those internal thoughts that say, pick up the phone and ring this person so that you get some help, because you've been doing all this alone, and you need now to get some help around things so that you can get your life in order. Very much a year for that with you. And, I think things are going to improve. But again, it's all about your mental health, how you can stay calm, how you can find ways to let go, really, to find that perspective. Now, with work for you, it's interesting. I'm just sort of tuning in. What do I see around the work? So your children must still be quite young, are they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, because I feel that, and I feel that where you go with work, there's somewhere somewhere where they can be looked after as well. So I feel that you will get some work, and it's going to be probably not exactly what you want right now. But I just feel it's got to be step by step by step, and knowing that you're not going to make the same mistakes you did before. Because I feel it's important you know that. Do you know where I'm going with that? Yeah. Because anything, and I can sense, so I know we're in the public eye here, so I'm not going to say too much about what I do see, but I know that where life's been difficult for you, that you're doing the work that you need to do. And so just know anyway that you are very sensitive, you are very creative. The more that you can get that emotional balance and let go of the past stuff and just focus on what you've got to focus on and do one thing at a time. So it's like I've got to do one thing at a time, and that way I find my inner strength, I find my power. And I do get a sense as well that there's going to be help there for you. So it's as though you don't have to do it all on your own. But I know it must feel, are you feeling like you're going to lose the children or something? Do I get this sense with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not too long ago, my ex, I was kind of suicidal. My ex started a lot of problems, and CPS was involved. So I came back over here, and I'm terrified that I'm going to,
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is what I just keep feeling for you. You've got to stay in your heart. You've got to stay hopeful, but you've got to take your part. It's a time to take responsibility. It's a time to say, okay, this was my partner. This was someone I got involved with. And now I can move away from that, and I can be strong in myself. It's almost like a return to faith for you. Just see, I've got these, again, beautiful animal cards, and it's all about doing things with ease, with grace and cooperation. So it's a beautiful white pelican. And pelicans are very strong. They've got a lot of power. So I just know, as hard as it is for you, moving into that energy of gratitude, doing what you can do is going to bring change. It's not going to be easy, but I know that you can do it. I don't feel you will lose your children, but I feel you're going to have to fight very hard to get your life where you want it to be. So I just wish you lots of luck with it, because I know I was a single mum myself. I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old when I first came to Australia, and it was very difficult for a lot of years. But I know that these sorts of things make us stronger. Now, as I said, you're in a 2-year, which is all about getting the balance back in your life and learning to trust. And again, you have to let go of things that you can no longer have in your life. You have to be the one that lets them go. Do you see that?
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to work on, is letting go.
Yeah. And really sometimes it's just that fear that we have of how things can be different. So what I'm seeing at the moment is it's just that time to surrender, let go, know that I just feel like as though a book's going to land in your lap and you're going to say, wow, this is what I've been looking for. So to do as much research and learning as you can about how you can be stronger. There's so much wonderful free stuff on the internet these days. If you go onto YouTube and, look at Tony Robbins or some of the, those kind of people that are very inspirational. And everybody that's ever been successful in life has had a hard life, and they've had to change their mindset, and they've just had to knuckle down and do it. So I know that, as I said, because I see the depression cards and I see the energy of mother, that's been hard in your life. So I know that you're going to break that mold, and it's just you're in that transition. So I wish you well with it. And have you got any other question for me?
I actually do. You know how you were telling me about spirit? I had a brother that passed away. And here in about a couple of weeks, it'll be, I believe, his 15th anniversary that he's been gone.
Okay. So I just see a lot of blue around him, as though he would he always wear blue shirts?
Well, he always wore, he wore anything, but for his casket, I believe, for his funeral, I believe he had a plaited blue shirt, if I remember correctly.
Well, I just have this strong sense of huge amount of love for you from this gentleman, your brother, and to let you know that he is around. And just to know he's helping, guiding you away from this situation, because it's almost as though you need to let go of a lot of stuff from the family life as well. I know you'll understand that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so so lots of love, and again, hard as it is when we're single parents as well, and women, we don't want to allow ourselves to cry or to feel. But I believe depression is suppression. It's just that internal pressure when we keep everything in. So just try as much as you can to let it out, and just to know that you're going, everything will pass. You will be feeling better much, really, really soon. And it's just a learning time. So lots of love, and I wish you very well with it. So there we go. We had Erica today and Reva in New Zealand, and interesting to see at the moment a little bit of what I was speaking about at the beginning, that we're in a transition time. And if you're in that transition time, maybe it's time for you to have a reading. You can contact me personally on my email, which is susanelizabethkennedy.com. I do read by Skype and phone anywhere in the world. And it's, it's a wonderful thing to have sometimes, because it just gives you that clarity and that direction. But know that time is a-changing. It's all about rebirth. Even when things are really, really bad, it means that things are about to get much better. And with all the political things in the world at the moment, with all the climate things in the world, we know that it will change. So I wish you a wonderful week. I wish you a week of living and loving life. And I offer my heart to you, and thank you for being on the show today.